Alright, so I don't have much time, so let's get to exploiting our fears. So when I was younger, my parents would take me to my grandparents to spend my summers there. And I loved it up there. Playing with my friends, watching TV, and of course, eating excessive amounts of food. But there was one thing I did not like then. And I was quite afraid of it. It was chickens. Just walking around there, waiting for the moment to somehow get me. And especially that one rooster. At that time, I could have sworn he wanted to get me in my sleep. But you know, with time, some fears passed away, other more serious fears developed. So now, besides being paranoid of a rooster watching me while I'm asleep, I'm also afraid of losing and disappointing my loved ones. I'm afraid of ridicule, and these are universal fears that most of us have. We're all afraid of ridicule, of loneliness, of pain, of death. But have we ever thought how overcoming these fears would benefit us and exclude us from everyone else? Have we ever thought how superior to others overcoming the #1 fear in the world would make us? In fact, the #1 fear in the world. It's not fear of death, not fear of heights, it's not fear of spiders, not fear of death, not fear of pain. It is not even fear of chickens. It is in fact the fear of public speaking. Which is very surprising, because it means that if an average person had to attend a funeral, he would rather be in the coffin than giving the eulogy. So today, I would like to talk about the benefits and the importance of overcoming this great fear of public speaking. Today I notice a big problem, that schools are actually overseeing this great skill. Yes, we know where babies come from. Yes, we know where, when, and why First and Second World War started. Some of us may even know how to properly write a Lithuanian essay. But how many of us know how to properly prepare a presentation? How many of us know how to write a good speech? How many of us know how to effectively deliver it? So we are not really informed of the importance, of the necessity, and the benefits of this great skill of persuasion and influence. And yes, I may have been talking a little bit off topic and not quite fitting into the lines of down the rabbit hole, but stick with me. I'll get there. Now let's get back to the public speaking part. So schools are supposed to prepare bright, smart, and well-rounded people, right? Now let's have a look at some of the most intelligent, smart, and influential people of the world. Abraham Lincoln, Martin Luther King, Margaret Thatcher, or Winston Churchill. And yes, you may have already guessed what relates them all. That they are all dead? No. That they have all dropped out of the school and became such great leaders? No. But there is this one skill that links them all together. And yes, it's their skill of speech and persuasion that had a great impact of what they had become. And that is where the down the rabbit hole part comes in. So what have I, and what can all of us experience in this great world of public speaking? Let's get back where it all started, to my younger years. I talked back to my parents a lot. Of course, they didn't like it, but I loved it. For every argument they made, I would come up with a counter-argument. For every statement they made, I would find a way to deny it. And I could go on and on bickering with them until they lose it. And then, of course, I would have to give up my computer mouse and sit quietly in my room. But you know, that didn't matter. Because the thrill I felt while arguing with them was unlike anything else I've ever felt before. So in 9th grade, when my parents finally gave up on me and my constant will to disagree, I started looking for other ways to fulfill my need to argue. And that was when I found the debating club at my school. I noticed that all the brightest students were a part of that club. I learned that they get to travel around the world and win various prizes for arguing with people. And that's when I thought, traveling around the world to argue with people? I could get used to that. So I joined. And immediately I learned that I knew nothing about arguments. I knew nothing about arguing, about expressing them in a fluent manner. But you know, I told myself that I cannot quit now because I really wanted to be like these other students. So I told myself that I would not quit. And after writing dozens of cases, after countless speeches in front of the mirror, and after various and numerous, very, very embarrassing speeches in front of the people I wanted to do my best in front of, I overcame the fear and became one of the best speakers at my school. And you know, since I overcame this fear, and since I'm not afraid to express my opinion, and with my ability to do it effectively, these abilities have brought a lot of colors and diversity in my life. First of all, I got to meet a lot of very bright students and people in Lithuania. Then my constant wish to communicate, to discuss about things with people led me to spending a year in the United States, where my constant wish to argue distinguished me from everyone else and helped me make some really good friends. And after coming back, I became the president of the debating club at my school and had the chance and the honor of representing Lithuania in the World Individual Debating and Public Speaking Championship with the brightest students from all over the world. And that's how far down the rabbit hole I've gotten. The information I got, the people I met, the things I explored and experienced since I overcame the fear and entered the world of public speaking are immeasurable. And I'm not even halfway through this journey. So today I would like to leave you with a thought. That we should not wait for the rabbit hole, for the white rabbit to simply appear and lead the way to the interesting journey we all want to experience. We should constantly look for the white fella and explore these adventures ourselves. And the way I did it was through my big mouth. Thank you.